All right, here we go. All right,
hey everybody.
Hey, it's Dee and me and Stacy tonight, and our lovely bottles of wine. Not
Friday
sure why
night.
they're here.
Friday night.
Anyways,
we're at Stacy's house.
Yes,
she invited us for supper.
She is.
And she wants to be in the background, but
yeah,
somehow by the end of 30
She'll
minutes,
be up here.
we'll have her up front, and we'll probably both be in the background.
Probably.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So thank you, Stacy. We're waiting for supper.
Yeah,
It's going to be delivered
something.
probably anytime. Let me move over here a little bit.
Hey, here, are y'all in?
I'm all in.
Okay.
All in. So first, let me apologize for the hairdo. I hope
So-
my hairdresser's not. Yeah.
What do you mean,
I had
hairdresser?
gone. I had an appointment in 2 months ago, which would have been 8 or 10 weeks.
but
So I
you
get my
can't-
hair
you
done.
canceled like 100
because
times.
because
Yes, you did say that in the previous
because
show.
I hurt my foot and it was paining so much. So I'm still hobbling, but I went for my hairdresser appointment last Friday, and I was tired out. I had worked all day. She had what she called a large day. When I walked in, she goes, "Oh, I think she was hoping I would cancel." So when I walked in,
normally cancel.
Yeah, she's like,
today.
I have an appointment.
"Oh,
She's gonna cancel.
yeah. Oh, hi." I said hi, and so we talked a minute, and she said it's been a large day. So anyway, she said, "Would you mind if I poured myself a cup of coffee and drank it while I worked on your hair?" And no, not at all. She said, "I usually don't do that." But anyway, she had someone from Syria come in. She brought out a ponytail that was that long. She held it up mid-back, and it went down about to the crack
Someone
of her
donated
rear end. And it was blonde. It was about the color of...
Did you say they were from Syria?
The woman was from
Blonde?
Syria. And the hair that she had cut off, like I say, mid-back to the crack of her bum, so it was like a good 2 feet long, but it was as yellow.
Oh.
You know, when dark-haired people dye their hair yellow, it was all that color. So she had cut that much off to get all the color off it. Her hair was still mid-back.
Oh my Lord.
And the lady freaked when she walked in the hair salon. She was thinking it was a 1-chair salon, and it's about an 8-chair salon. And she had to take her burqa off, her I can't remember the other name for it. My ignorance, but anyway. And what happens if a man walks in, right? So anyway, so she took it all off.
Too damn
and she
bad.
had all this hair, but I was surprised that they could dye their hair because I don't know
you don't see
much
their hair.
about them. Right. But I thought they'd be really natural. But anyway, my hairdresser said I did too. And she said, but afterwards, like, and she said, I usually book my own appointments, but she had switched salons and they had booked an opening for her. So not only was she not expecting another customer, but one that took like 3 hours and a lot of money. And so she did a full head of dye, a cut, and then a full head of foils. So I usually get a half a head of foils, but I don't have a lot of hair.
So was this woman getting like dark hair and then blonde foils?
She wanted blonde. She wanted to be blonde,
blonde.
like I'm about the color of my hairdresser, so about the color of you.
Yeah.
So she said, and she didn't speak English, and she said to explain to this woman, I cannot do
this to you.
Yeah. Plus, she brought her 3-year-old.
Jesus
Shoot
Christ.
me now. Shoot me now.
What the hell do you do
Right?
with that for
Right?
3 hours?
So anyway, so she had a rough day. So anyway, so she did mine.
I understand.
And, and I had roots like that long. I'm sure everybody. I did.
Yeah.
And apparently a few gray hairs now.
What?
A few more. Yeah.
No.
Well, I think she was lying about that. She was delirious.
Yeah, I think so too.
Anyway, so I said the last time I was here, of course my hair had grown out so long because it was so long. She had given me a little wispy bang. But it was grown out so long I could put it behind my ears. So I said to her, could you do that little thing with my bang? It just softens my face up a little bit. So she was cutting, and then she goes, you're going to really hate this tomorrow morning. So when your hairdresser says that, you know something's gone awry. Yeah. But anyway, so it'll grow and whatever.
So, but is it supposed to be more like
sort
fuller?
of. Yeah.
Right.
Well, I've got an ungodly cowlick there, right?
See, that looks cute.
I can't see. I can only see out of one eye. So would you like to hear that story?
Oh my God! I'm sorry because I told Darlene
2-hour show.
we needed to cut it down because people were complaining that they just want something quick. And I've told her this. And now we've got a few more stories to tell. So
One more.
We could, cut this episode into 5 shows probably.
I'm going to cut it short.
Okay, what's with the eye?
So Friday night, sitting at the hairdresser, got a couple flashes in my left eye. Thought, be the lights in here. Never thought much more about it. Got up Saturday morning, went to the grocery store. So I'm having quite a bit of company this week. A couple more flashes in my eye, and I thought, it must be the light. It must be the commercial lights. So anyway, I go home, and my neighbor come over, and I was feeling a bit anxious and thought I was having a nervous breakdown. My neck was going to explode. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I get migraine auras. A little dramatic. You think.
I do too.
People
I
think.
get those.
They're a thing.
I do.
They're a thing, and they're very scary, and it doesn't matter
Sounds
how
like a
often you
stroke.
get them.
Yep.
Right, and I have a blood disorder, so I'm thinking, you know, every time. But they last about 20 minutes and whatever. So Karen, my neighbor, come over. I had a little meltdown, and then I had a migraine aura. It was like, Jesus, like really right now? So it went away, 20 minutes, but then I started seeing black spots, and I said to her, no, this doesn't seem quite right. Like they're floaters. If I stare long enough, they go away, but they were taking a long time. You ever get floaters?
But doesn't that represent your blood pressure?
I don't know.
Yes.
So anyway,
I'm a doctor, but
so
We
they
know.
were staying. So anyway, she left, and then I had to babysit. And so I went up and babysat and carried the baby around and up and down stairs and
What do you mean,
all this
baby?
stuff. Well, Beckett.
Oh, I'm
He's
like,
3.
did she have her baby?
He's 3, but he's heavy,
he's
and I carried him up and carried him
he's not
down.
like a baby.
He's not a baby. He's a boy.
you don't
So,
carry him.
and I said to my daughter, because she was there visiting, I said, like, I'm seeing black spots. Do you think like there's blood behind my eyes? She goes, Mom, how do you come up with this stuff? Then I was babysitting for Whitney, and I said, do you think like I've got a detached retina or something? She goes,
Oh my God.
where do you come up with this stuff? Like, where do you go from here to here? Like, whatever.
Oh my God.
So anyway.
We're way alike. Like,
I know,
because
it's
I
scary.
Google that shit too, and I
Yeah.
always
Oh,
think
I
it's
don't
the
Google.
worst. I do.
So
I shouldn't.
Sunday I got up and it was worse. So I said to Stuart, as much as I'm so afraid of doctors, why I'm still hobbling around 2 months later on this. I know my foot's broken. But anyway, I said I'm going to have to go to a doctor. So I called the after hours clinic. I go in and I'm just like vibrating, and I said like I'm seeing spots, and now there's like a screen over this eye. So if I close this eye, that's why I have no makeup on, because number one, I don't want to mess with this eye. Number two, I really can't see. When I close this eye, I really can't see this eye. So anyway, I go there, and she calls. She said, I think I'm going to call the ophthalmologist on call at the hospital. Dear God.
Now she's got cancer of the eye.
I do. That's exactly what
I knew it.
Yeah.
Knew
So
it.
anyway, so she went out in the room, but I could hear her, so I plugged my ears in the room.
God.
So she comes back
La, la,
in,
la,
and
la,
she
la.
goes, she goes, I called the ophthalmologist, Dr. Sakar, I think, and she said he doesn't think it's an emergency, but he would like to see you in his office on Tuesday. So I called my boss, and I said, like, I'm having this kind of thing going on. I'm just worried, so I'm going to just,
I can't see myself coming into work.
I can't.
Literally, out of this eye. Good one, dude.
That's a good one. That is a good
Out of
one.
this
But
eye.
I'll
Can't see
post
it.
myself.
Good one.
Can't
Yeah.
see myself
Yeah.
doing it.
So I just took it easy Monday and whatever. So Tuesday I go in, jeepers creepers. So first of all, I Googled the address. The doctor had given me the wrong address, and I ended up at a veterinarian. That's right. So I said to Stuart, it's got to
They're doctors too.
So I could only kind of see out of one eye, and I saw like health something. So I said, oh, it's in here. It's in here. So we drove around. All
my
it is a
God.
veterinarian. So I said, go out on the road. You know, the Google Maps,
Yeah.
drive around again. You have reached your location. No, I haven't. It's a vet.
I'm a
I know I
human.
look like a dog, but
I'm human.
I'm not. So anyway, we went. I said, drive around one more time. When we come out, I saw this Vision Care across the road in Dieppe.
Where? Oh, you're in
Are you
Dieppe.
kidding me? Salsa on my elbow.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, really.
I'm putting
I'm
the
a child.
No, it's right here
I'm
too.
putting the salsa away.
Yeah. Okay, put it away. So I'm bobbing for salsa. So I go to the Vision Care. It is like a well-oiled
Really, machine?
machine. You go in there. Not at first, because no appointment. The doctor on call forgot to call in.
Yeah.
Talk to the ophthalmologist, but did not call in my prescription for an appointment. And it's worse. It's worse on Monday. Or on Tuesday. So I'm near crying, but I don't like to cry in front. So I said to her, I don't know what to do because it is worse. So she said, well, let me go talk to him. First of all, she said he wasn't there. But then she said, let me go talk to him. So she went back. And
She
goes,
lied.
Well, I think she was just trying to protect him, probably from some crazy person that thinks there's something wrong with their eye. So she goes back and she goes, you know what? He remembers the conversation on Sunday, and stay. He's going to see you. Boom. They took me in one room. It's like,
you're not a vet anymore, are you?
I'm not. I'm not a dog. And so have you ever had the test where they do your eyes? So she said, have you had that? And I go, yes. She said, you're going to love this. From now on, every place you go, you're going to want this test. So it's 6 puffs instead of 1.
Ew.
No.
Ew.
No.
I don't like that.
I'm not going to
like
ask
it?
for it.
No.
No. 6 in this, 6 in this. And then she says, put this thing over your eye to see if you can see. So I started to take my glasses off, and she goes, no, put it right on over your glasses. She said, we're not that mean. Couldn't see. Then that scared me. So she said, don't worry about it. And I'm just like vibrating. She said, stop your worrying. Whatever it is, you're in the best place. Then they took me from there. They took me to another room. They took some pictures, put me in another room, put some drops in, waited 10 minutes, took, the dye to dilate your eyes or whatever. Took me in, did some other pictures. It was just like boom. So I was there 2.5 hours.
Oh my God.
And they were just working on you constantly.
Wow.
And I had my little gray sweater on, and so they were taking pictures or something. And the girl said, I love your jacket. I was like, thank you. And she goes, you don't give a damn about how cute your jacket is tonight. And I go, I really don't.
No, because I have eye cancer.
Yeah. So then I sit there, and then I go in, and the doctor comes in, and I talk to my friend Debbie Morrell, and same sort of thing had happened to her. So he comes in.
Oh.
And so then he pulls this thing up to my face, rest your chin, your forehead.
Yeah.
And I just kept going like this, and he'd stop, and he goes, put your chin back on the rest, put your forehead on the thing.
Just
so I
chill.
do that. Then I pull back, because he had these friggin' bright lights on me. And then he goes, is there a history of retina detachment in your family? No, not that I know of. Is there glaucoma in your family? No. Diabetes? No. My mother was going blind, but she passed away, and I really don't know what it was.
If she went blind or not.
So I said, so I'm really no help. So anyway, so then he said, okay, I'm going to put a contact in your eye. Well, good luck with that. Have you met me? So anyway, so then he comes out with this squeeze thing.
Oh, that was like
and
a knife or something.
I said, they've already dilated. He goes, no, I'm going to freeze your eyeball to put the contact in.
This eyeball, your
Don't even tell me. Don't even tell me. Stop. So he freezes my eye and then takes it and he starts to put this thing on. So anyway, then he's looking in with this great big bright light, and then all of a sudden it's like, took it off. Suction.
What?
This contact, the suction on my eyeball, and I could feel the pressure.
Yeah.
And I thought, he's going to hurt my eye.
Or take it
there's
out.
so much pressure, eh? So anyway, then he said, I'm going to check your right eye just because you're here and all that stuff. And anyway,
here.
so he gets all done, and he said the good news is your retina has not detached. Pardon us, we're just waving to. Is it the pizza man?
That's Mike. His husband.
Where's he
And
going?
he's ignoring us. He just dropped off the pizza.
And he's not coming in.
Oh no.
So let me fix.
So
my
what's wrong with
hair
your
here.
eye?
So I have a thing called posterior vitreous detachment.
So it was detached.
Not my retina hasn't detached, but what happens is the
Supper.
eyeball is filled with gel, and it goes into liquid, and then it retracts or pulls, and sometimes it will tear your retina, or sometimes it will just cause some bleeding. So these black spots in the film that I'm seeing is blood.
It's blood.
So he said, so it's bleeding behind your eye. So he said, but you're good. So I said to him,
Do I just keep bleeding?
so I'm bleeding behind the eye and all is good. I'm telling you, at one point when he said I'm putting a contact in your eye, and when I was sitting there, people were coming out with these dark sunglasses on. So I thought to myself, I've been punked, and they're doing a makeover.
Oh!
Yeah,
Makeovers
I thought,
are fun.
contacts,
Right
dark
on,
glasses.
yeah.
So I started to
see.
relax a little bit until
And then you realized it was real.
it was like, there we go.
This is not a makeover.
So anyway, so I cannot bend, I cannot lift
Blood for the head.
for 2 weeks.
It's a good thing you didn't drive tonight.
I can see that. I can see, but anyway. So, but if I had so that's why I had the meeting at my work from work today.
Yeah.
Because my book bag weighs about 20 pounds, 25 pounds, and just a bend over.
Just a bend.
So at home, because we have to get a new well dug, I have to get Stuart to fill up my dish
I'm gonna
pan,
use that.
bring it out. So anyway,
I have a posterior bleeding in my vitreous detachment.
So anyway, Whitney came for supper the other night, and she said, so it was like, can somebody bend over and get the pot? Can somebody do this? Can somebody, you know, I'm sweep, but can somebody sweep the, she goes, so is this the new door?
Yeah.
Is this the way it's going? So anyway, so I'm not putting any makeup on. Number one, I can't see this eye. Number two, I'm so scared of getting something in that eye. So I went to the homeopath yesterday, and he said, how's it going? Just a regular appointment. I said, well, I hurt my foot about 2 months ago. Oh, Darlene.
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 Is he from New Orleans?
New Orleans, Darlene.
He's from India.
Oh,
and
Darlene.
He said, why did you wait so long? And I said, I'm so afraid of doctors. Anyway, so I told him, I said, I'm falling apart, my eye, whatever. And I haven't been sleeping. Like there was one night I went to work one morning and I hadn't closed an eye since 3:30. And I said to the girls, by noon, I will either be laughing hysterically.
I know what you need.
Or crying.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was laughing. We monitored. I was laughing. But he said from the lack of sleep and then moving all of Mom's stuff.
Yep.
And bent over and lifting and lugging.
Oh, that's what
he said. Your eye swells and then it's going to give, right?
Wow, eh?
Yeah. So
does that happen in like as you age?
They did not
or could it
say.
happen to anybody?
No, I think it can happen to anybody because because that's what I thought. Well, maybe the gel turns to liquid when you hit 40. I don't know, or 50 or 60. I don't know, but they never mentioned my age.
No, I was just curious
about
like
that.
If it's...
But the homeopath, and he didn't mention my age. He just said no sleep, stress, and he said you've been doing a lot, and I have been.
That. You have been.
I have been moving
like
a lot
hours
of
and
furniture
hours and hours
stuff like that. Yeah, and 2 Saturdays ago, a friend come out and we went through
all that.
6 hours.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Hours and hours and hours.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. That's my story.
So they were great stories.
Thanks.
And you still look good with no makeup on.
At my age, I'm
with
figuring.
A detached eye.
Not bad.
Not bad.
And Stacy, by the way, I like to decorate, but I had lost my mojo. And this little lady right here, who I like to think is her daughter,
cute.
and this little lady, she come out and got me.
She helped her get her mojo.
She did. She got me motivated. She really did. And
but can I tell you what you need?
Cannabis. That's what you're going to say, isn't it?
No, I was going to say CBD.
Is this a commercial?
I'm just saying that it helps with sleep. Restless.
So how do you take it? I will not smoke.
No, it's drops.
Oil.
Where do you drop them? In my eye? Oh, in your mouth.
Maybe it'll cure your eye too. Anyways,
don't drop.
You won't know the difference.
I was taking it the other night.
You took it?
What? What?
It's legal.
Should I not say this? It's CBD oil.
It's legal.
But what's the difference between THC and CBD?
THC gets you
and
high.
let me just say, I learned from work today about
PVR? Oh, PVR is
no,
great. You can't watch
You can't watch anything about
No.
What?
It's what girls and boys. Girls are getting
HPV.
HPV. I just learned about
Boys
that.
and girls are both getting the vaccination.
And I, when we had our meeting today, we were talking, and I go, sidebar, because we were talking about the girls getting the immunization or vaccine or whatever, and I said, do boys get this too? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just start it.
For sure.
And anyway, what's it called? HPV.
HPV.
Didn't know anything about it, but apparently if you've had more than one partner, then chances are everybody has it.
Everybody has it.
It might not be showing.
Develop.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
I had HPV.
So did one of the girls I work with, and she said I'm very open about it because
I'm open
you know
about it.
whatever.
It's a common thing.
So may I ask how you know what it is?
How I know
How you knew what you had?
Oh, because I had to. It was just from annual screenings, and it came back.
Like a pap test?
Yeah. So it came back that they didn't call it HPV at the time. They just called it
new.
abnormal cells or whatever. And then you go again, more abnormal cells. You go again. They end up taking your uterus. And because you've had too many abnormal cells, which my abnormal cells were the one just before the cancer cell.
But is that from HPV or is that just from?
So, anyways, but that is all HPV.
I did not
Anything
know
to do with that. So yeah, no, either did I. So yeah, I have HPV.
So HPV, something I learned this week, and then we were just talking about girls because my one of the ladies was debating whether getting her teenager done or whatever. And then I woke up this morning early and I thought, well, do girls just get it or do boys get it? So when we had our meeting today, I was like, sidebar, do boys? Yes, they do.
It was just girls for the longest time. They just introduced giving it to boys.
But would the girls get it from the boys, or the boys get it from the girls?
Boys can get it from the girls.
Yes.
Orally.
Yes.
Like.
Well, then they started talking to me today about throat cancer, and then they wanted to know if I wanted them to explain that. I said no. I think I'm good.
Thank you.
All right. So
I'm
another side.
So
I gotta tell you this.
THC.
Okay.
CNB.
CBD.
CBD.
CNB is Canada National Railway or something, isn't it?
CBD.
CNR. No. So CBD oil is just basically the cannabinoid. It's not the ingredient that gets you high. It's a natural plant ingredient.
So THC is what gets you
So
high.
I got an oil, and my son and I take it nightly because my son suffers from anxiety, whatever. And I've been down the road on prescription. Not a big fan. So we started taking our CBD oil. So, anyways, Ryan came out the other night, and I said, "Oh, do you want your CBD?" And he says, "Yeah." So I said, "Go get it." Anyways, he went and got it and brought it in.
Give us a prescription. No, you just go.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So anyway, so he brought it out and he goes, "Mom, I don't know if I should tell you this, but the CBD oil that you think is CBD oil that we've been taking, it's HTC plus CBD oil." I'm like, "What?" And I look at it, I'm like, I said, "Ryan, give me glasses for a minute."
Oh, boy.
So I got them and I'm like, "What? It's 1-to-1 THC." And he goes, "Yeah, Mom, you've been getting high every night."
Did you feel it?
No, I didn't take enough to get.
It's a low dose.
It's
Isn't it?
yeah. I don't take that much of a drop, but
That's a big drop.
you can take a big dropper.
You can take a
twice
full
a day
dropper,
if it's just CBD oil.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I didn't know that. But you start off slow to see what your body's going to do, right? Anyways, but it does help me with my sleep
Does it?
and it helps him immensely with his anxiety.
Well, I wonder why no one's ever recommended that to me.
They won't.
You have to ask for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that was my. I did want to say something. though. I know it's been 22 minutes, but this is hilarious.
The next
okay?
8 minutes are hers.
Okay, this is hilarious, and I can't say who the text is from or anything. But I woke up this morning.
Oh.
I shared this with Darlene. Coming here.
Hilarious.
So I woke up this morning. So I don't know, 6 o'clock, whatever, and I get my phone because I'm going to shut my alarm off or whatever, and I can see that I got a text. But so I look at the text without putting my glasses on, and so I can see some of it, and I'm starting to read it. I'm like, so I get my glasses, and I'm like, so I'm going to use different names here, okay? But it said from this woman, let's call her Shelly, and she said, yeah, I gave Henry a lot of head last night, and I'm like, oh my shit, what?
Well, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, right? 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm waking up to this. So I'm like looking at it again, I'm like, yeah. So then I look at the time and it's like 12:50 a.m. I'm like, okay, she's drunk and good on Henry. Like, way to go.
Yeah.
You're having some excitement in your life. Anyways, I didn't know.
On a Thursday night to boot.
I did not know how to respond to this.
Well, how would you respond? Like, that's what we were saying.
So I'm
good
like,
for you, or
Not sure
good
I
for
would even
him.
bother, but
oh, I had to.
no, I don't even know.
Because
why
I thought,
bother.
well, she made a mistake. You know how you drunk text sometimes, right?
How do you make a mistake by picking up your phone and
know.
texting that?
So anyway, so I'm
Say,
like,
how do you do that?
I keep reading it, and I
I
keep reading
thought
it.
she was going to say that it was spell check, or whatever you call
yeah,
that.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
No,
I mean?
no.
Yeah. No.
So I look at the time, it's 12:50 a.m. I thought,
It was
okay,
12:50, okay.
she was drunk. She thought she was texting somebody else. Good on her. So be it. So then I'm like, okay,
Shelley.
so how do I respond to Shelly about Henry? So I'm like playing this in my head, and I'm like, because I'm thinking this Henry is somebody that I know.
Well,
But
we
then,
both
but,
know.
but then I'm thinking this
Doesn't
can't be the
make
Henry
sense.
that I know.
No.
So, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna, whatever. So I said, I think you sent this to me in error, but good on you and Henry. Like, so then she finally writes back. It took a while, and I'm thinking, oh shit, she's embarrassed now. Like, she sent this to me. Little fucker. So then she sends it, and she says, oh no, it was totally for you. Me and Henry are pissing ourselves constructing this text to you last night. I poured him a beer, and I got a large head on it, so we thought that would be hilarious to send to Deanna at 12:50 a.m. Well, I tell you, you got me.
Yeah.
You fucking got me.
Shelley.
Hilarious, Shelley. And Henry.
And Henry, you know who you are, Henry.
Oh my God.
What is your
secret?
What
Woo.
What did he say?
It's pleasure.
Yeah.
I
Guilty
know.
pleasure.
We're your guilty
We're
pleasure,
your guilty pleasure,
Henry.
and we know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had to share. Sorry. Anyways, I know.
Cheers.
Cheers to that, Henry, Shelley. Stacy, thanks for hosting tonight, and we'll talk next time.
See you later.
Sure
Hopefully,
love
I'll
it.
be able to see you with both eyes.
Both
Got
eyes.
a little makeup on.
All right. Bye for now.